unexpected ocean. A vast blue expanse, critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. We are so honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. There's nothing like seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope this Orca Encounter will help you to better understand these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types, or ecotypes, of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Killer whales really are a natural wonder, and our 3-year-old baby girl Amaya is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. Amaya's blowhole is perfectly designed for catching a quick breath at the surface of the water. Even the location of her eyes works to her advantage. You would think that they would be within that white oval eye spot, but that is a visual distraction. They're really in the black area near the corner of the mouth, hidden from their prey. The fin on Amaya's back is called the dorsal fin, and it's used primarily for stability while swimming, as well as regulating her body temperature. Now, The flippers on the sides of her body are called pectoral flippers. They're used primarily for steering and for stopping. Inside the flipper are 5 bony digits, just like the human hand. The lobes on either side of her tail are called flukes. The tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling them close to 30 miles per hour, as fast as some of our speedboats. And they swim the fastest and use the most power when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shouka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a part of their communication. They'll use pectoral flipper slaps to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother whale may use a peck slap to get her calf's attention. But when they really want to be heard, they breach. Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate to get a better view of their surroundings when they hunt. Fluke slaps are another form of communication that killer whales use in the wild. Orcas are great communicators, so it's no wonder they're at the very top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Will capture sea lions by pulling them right off the beach. Our whales are going to be showing you the same behavior and movement right now. Antarctic orcas will actually create waves that wash over floating ice, knocking seals right into the water. A 16-year-old male named Nakai is showing you the same wave-making technique, demonstrating one of many complex and impressive hunting abilities that killer whales have developed around the world. Saw these waves crashing in front of you, but you can't really imagine the amount of water that's displaced until you experience it firsthand. Luckily, I've got Elizabeth down here. She's going to help me show you the power of the waves made by the whales. All right, Elizabeth, have a seat on your iceberg. Now, your only job is to make sure that you don't get washed off the iceberg like that seal did, okay? So just get comfortable. I'll let you know what's happening here. Now, our largest whale weighs 9,800 pounds. His name is Ulises, and he is 20 feet long. But it looks like we've got a couple other whales. The baby and her mom, Kalia, are on her way right now. Now, these whales can swim up to 30 miles an hour, so let's see how fast we can get them going. Okay, lean back up against the glass and get comfortable. Okay, now we've got Shouka, a 24-year-old female on her way over here, and I'm going to make sure she knows where to go. It's target tap. Encourages them to go right there, hold on tight, and I'm getting out of the way. Elizabeth, how's the water? Yeah, it's not warm. It's 53 degrees. Thanks a lot for helping us out. You're a good sport about that. Have a great rest of your day at SeaWorld San Diego. Good job, Elizabeth. Now, because killer whales live in every ocean in the world, it's no wonder they eat all types of prey, including other whales. That blue whale on the screen is the largest animal on Earth. It's 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than our largest whale here, Ulises. So how does a whale that size eat a whale that size in the wild? Well, it's possible because they're the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Play is an important part of everyday life for killer whales. It's how they teach their young to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. Orcas spend lots of time interacting with one another and showing their playful side, both in the wild and here at SeaWorld. Orcasing was when the whales swim fast at the surface and then break briefly out of the water. Catching a ride in the wake of a ship or surfing through a wave. Killer whales like to be touched, and they'll rub their bellies on rocks when they can. We'll see our whales rubbing their bellies intermittently throughout the day, just like whales in British Columbia would. Now you'll also see whales imitating each other in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld with our whales all the time. The whales are always mimicking and learning from one another. Playful behavior has a purpose. That tail whip is used in hunting to stun schools of fish. But today, these orcas might just be stunning some of you. Trusting relationships, provide optimal health care, research, and quality of life. The whales here take an active role in their own health and well-being. All 10 of our whales will allow us to roll over, allow us to hold their tail flukes. This is a very important husbandry behavior that we work with on all the whales, because the ventral or white side of the tail flukes is where we get voluntary blood samples to monitor their health. All 10 of our whales will also slide up and out of the water onto a scale, as you see Orkid doing in the video, and Shouka doing right here. Monitoring their weight, you can make sure that the adults, like Shouka, are maintaining a healthy weight, and that the young whales, like little baby Amaya over there, are growing properly. Now they'll even allow us to take a breath sample from their blowhole. Now, none of these things would be possible without the relationships that we have built together with the whales day after day here at SeaWorld. Ladies and gentlemen, interacting with Robbin is Shouka. Shouka was born February 24th back in 1993, so she's 24 years old now. She's about 17 feet long, and she weighs just over 5,000 pounds, which makes her about average size for an adult female. Now, one really cool thing about Shouka is she is hands down our most athletic whale. She simply swims faster and jumps higher than any of the other 9 whales that live here. It's awesome interacting with Shouka. We challenge them every day to learn new things, to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise,
the whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
Today at Orca Encounter, we hope you gained a greater appreciation for these incredible animals. Enjoy the rest of your time at SeaWorld.